2022 coming to a close. Still feels weird to say that. I can't believe it. We're taking a look back at Northeast Ohio's biggest moments over the year.
And while we suffered great losses, we also celebrated major milestones. And of course, there were plenty of controversies and surprises along the way.
Now, News 5's Rob Powers and our Courtney Guzman look back at the biggest headlines of the past 12 months.
A somber start to 2022. Cleveland police officer Shane Bartek shot and killed during an attempted carjacking New Year's Eve.
He had purpose and he was loved by so many, and he would have done so much with his life.
Police arrested and charged Tamara McLeod in Officer Bartek's murder. She was sentenced to life in prison in September.
In Akron, heartbreak and outrage following the deadly police shooting of Jayland Walker in June.
Say his name!
Walker was shot multiple times by 8 Akron police officers following a chase.
They call it a tragedy for the entire community.
I was in Akron when protests erupted following the release of body camera footage of that shooting and for Jayland Walker's funeral services. The incident intensified calls for police accountability. In November, Akron voters passed Issue 10, creating a Citizen Police Oversight Board. Ohio BCI is still investigating that shooting.
In Cleveland, a veteran firefighter lost his life while trying to help someone else. Johnny Tetrick was responding to a crash on I-90. He was struck by another vehicle November 19th. Hundreds of people attended his funeral, where he was remembered as a friend and a hero.
The pain many are feeling right now is from the multitude of memories that they have of a man that loved to be called a firefighter.
Leander Bissell is accused of hitting firefighter Tetrick and leaving the scene. He is now facing several charges, including aggravated murder. A tragedy thousands of miles away from Northeast Ohio brought people here at home closer together. When Ukraine was invaded by Russia in February, communities stepped up to help those fighting and fleeing the war. The news stunned people in Parma, which is home to thousands of Ukrainians. So the day of the invasion, I spoke with families worried about their loved ones caught in the middle of a war.
They're safe, but for now. Who knows in the future?
And I spent time at the Pokova Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church in Parma, where students and volunteers collected and sorted donations for refugees.
2022 also saw a new leader for the land.
I, Justin Morse Bibb.
Justin Bibb, sworn in as Cleveland's mayor for the next 4 years.
I take this oath to make sure that we in Cleveland can show America what governing should look like for the future.
As Mayor Bibb walked in, Cleveland's police chief walked out. Calvin Williams announced his resignation in early January.
We have our responsibilities and duties as police officers.
Wayne Drummond was officially named Cleveland's top cop in July. The changes did not stop there. Cleveland Metropolitan School District CEO since 2011, Eric Gordon, announced he'll retire at the end of 2023.
I've met goals that I set for myself over my career, and those are things I'll be proud of over time.
A different era in Cleveland also coming to an end. The city's first hospital, which opened in 1885, closed its emergency department.
This is a sad day for us, without a doubt.
St. Vincent Charity Medical Center ended inpatient care in November and transitioned into a wellness hub focusing on holistic health. Other Northeast Ohio hospitals closed labor and delivery units due to staffing issues.
Also in 2022, Ohio shifted further away from being a swing state. Republicans dominated the November midterm elections.
We're people who get things done.
Governor Mike DeWine was reelected to a second term, and J.D. Vance won Ohio's coveted U.S. Senate seat, vacated by long-term GOP Senator Rob Portman.
We need better leadership in Washington, D.C., and that's exactly what I promise to fight for every single day.
Republicans won all 3 state Supreme Court races. The justices have influence over future decisions on LGBTQ+ protections, redistricting, and abortion. Meanwhile, Ohio's restrictive abortion bill has been blocked indefinitely while the state and abortion rights advocates fight over its legality following the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe v. Wade.
1, 2, 3.
Ohio saw major economic wins for 2022, like multi-billion-dollar investments from Intel and Honda. In September, Intel broke ground on its new $20 billion semiconductor manufacturing site in Licking County that's just outside of Columbus, bringing thousands of jobs to Ohio. 1 month later, Honda and LG announced they would invest more than $4 billion in Ohio. Some of that money going toward a new electric vehicle battery plant in Fayette County between Cincinnati and Columbus. Construction is set to begin in 2023.
Cleveland sports gained national attention in 2022, starting with the NBA All-Star Game. The best players were there, and I caught up with a celebrity who just loves the land.
I've been coming to Cleveland since 1987. Front row theater.
Front row? Oh, yeah, gotcha,
Yeah, you know, I got a lot of friends up here. I love Cleveland, man. Always love, and I love the Browns.
The NBA All-Star Game weekend generated nearly $250 million for Northeast Ohio's economy.
The Cavs also scored a major victory this year, landing three-time All-Star Donovan Mitchell in September.
Now, I'm truly excited, just to be a part of this organization, to be here, playing with a group of guys who really want to win and who really want to continue to build. And, we're young, but we're hungry.
The Cavs are heading into 2023 with one of the best home records in the NBA.
2022 marked a new era for Cleveland's baseball team debuting as the Guardians. No matter how you feel about the name change, it was a historic moment for the city.
Change is always hard, but I think ultimately it's a good thing.
The Guardians went on to clinch the American League Central Division Championship in their inaugural season, and Terry Francona was named American League Manager of the Year.
The Browns shocked fans and the NFL by signing controversial quarterback Deshaun Watson to a record-breaking 5-year, $230 million contract back in March. Watson was accused of sexual misconduct by more than 20 different women. Nearly all have settled lawsuits against him. Watson has denied any wrongdoing.
I've never assaulted any woman. I never disrespected any woman.
Watson took over for quarterback Jacoby Brissett in Week 11 after completing his suspension for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy.
The 2022 Ohio High School Football Championships this December. One for the record books. St. Ed's defeated Springfield to repeat as Division I champions, their 6th title overall.
So you know what's going to happen now.
And the Glenville Tar Blooders made history, becoming the first Cleveland public school to win a state title. Cleveland honored the Tar Blooders with a parade and a rally. Head coach Ted Ginn told me he was overwhelmed by the support.
I didn't know it was going to be like this. I just started to build just a little parade and call it a day. But boy, they tricked me today.
Oh, that was something perfect to end
talk
on,
about
for
ending on
sure.
a high note, yes.
Yeah, and of course, there are plenty of other big moments from 2022.
So many. You can read our entire year in review recap right now on our News 5 app and website.